Okay, thank you. My name is Ann Wilcox. I'm the candidate for the large position for the D.C. Statehood Green Party. I apologize for my voice. I guess a little bit of Sandy, the rain brought a little cold here. I'm very pleased to be here with the D.C. Environmental Network and all of the supporting groups. Like Mr. Grosso, I'm a lawyer. Actually, I went to American University Law School back in the 1980s. I've lived in the Washington area for about 30 years now, from Columbus, Ohio originally, and have always worked in the legal services area, public interest law. More recently, I've actually been representing some of the protesters, both for the Keystone Pipeline, for peace, and for many other issues out in the D.C. area, and we always get a lot of protesters in D.C. I'm on the board of the National Lawyers Guild, which I think is supportive, of course, of a lot of the issues that these groups are. In 1991, I was appointed to the D.C. Commission for Women by Mayor Sharon Pratt Kelly, so I do have that government experience as well. And then in 1994, was elected to the Board of Education for Ward 2. And that was at a time when we had all of our powers as an elected board, had a chance to go out and go to the schools, talk to parents and students, participate in a lot of the school reform issues efforts that we were doing at that time, mostly including repairing buildings, making sure they were up to code. But we also improved our standards, our curriculum, and got some of the first charter schools started. And the charters have been a very focused and beneficial school environment for a lot of students. Although they compete with the public schools in a lot of ways, I think there's room for both in our system, and it's better to have that choice. The D.C. Statehood Green Party in general supports issues, a progressive agenda, affordable housing, jobs for D.C. residents first, public education, but we're very strong in the environmental issues, as you heard from Mr. Schwartzman, and you will hear from our other candidates. We have spoken out on issues of urban environmental racism, putting a trash transfer station in Ward 5, putting heating plants and so forth over in Ward 7. Some of our members have been very active on that. So we want to make sure that those projects aren't just dumped in certain neighborhoods. We support alternative transportation, bike lanes. I personally think there should be a helmet law in D.C. for bicyclists. I know people have actually lost limbs, bicycling. So it's not and head injuries, of course. It's not something to be taken lightly. Of course, recycling issues, trees. We've worked with Casey Trees in the past as well. So our party in general is very strong and always there on those issues. I also received an endorsement from the Sierra Club. I think they did a second endorsement, so I was very pleased to get that. And I'd like to thank Jim Dougherty, I think one of your board members who worked on that. But again, the Statehood Green Party is very supportive on a whole range of issues. I'll just weigh in on the streetcar issue too. We've been asked about that a lot, and that's something in general I support. But the H Street corridor seems to be doing well. But in areas like Georgetown, where the streets are more narrow, I'm not sure that that's the best alternative. I also know that the tracks can be a little bit hazardous for bicyclists when they get caught and so forth. So it's something we need to look carefully at. Maybe finish the H Street line and see how that goes. Of course, the tree canopy. Another issue that comes up is the soccer stadium at Poplar Point. My view on that is that we do need a soccer stadium. I think it's always good for business when you have these sports fans coming in, but I would hate to see that the natural area over there be totally, compromised by having a stadium. So it's another area where we need to have our land use and our development coexist a little bit. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.